people act like he abuses his dog, and then they're like, oh, my favorite is when people go, oh, he uses that dog like a prop. She just sits there for hours on camera. Do you know what dogs do? They sit there for hours, bro. I also saw Joey Valence and Bray on Thursday, so I could talk
That's
about
awesome.
Damn.
That's
I don't know
cool.
what that means.
Yep. They're a
They're
rap
like-
duo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hip-hop
Hit
rap
you
duo.
with the punk
Tactics.
Tactic.
I have
Yeah.
no idea who these people are. This is
But I
good.
like that other
You wouldn't
one.
like 'em.
I know what Taylor Swift
Yeah.
is, though,
Maybe
I don't
guys.
know.
I listen to Taylor Swift.
Never been a sucker.
And
I was
Clara.
actually
You
listening
can
to
trust
Midnight's
that.
the other day. I put the Midnight CD in my car. I was vibing.
Which one?
Midnight's, the Taylor Swift album.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Midnight, like that guy. But
No,
You mean The Weeknd?
Spotlight.
no, I don't listen to The
yeah.
Weeknd. I'm not that performative.
that's what I meant. The Weekend, yeah.
I'm not that performative. Okay, I'll listen to Taylor Swift. I
that
will not
Moonlight.
listen to The
Oh, there's a lot
Weeknd. The
of
Weeknd is
Moonlight
way too
music.
performative. I cannot do that.
How the fuck did you fuck that one up, Cosmic? Like the midnight?
Look, dude, it's been a long week
Hey,
already.
to be fair, like
Okay.
who cares about that guy's name? That guy,
The
bro.
Weeknd has like the most streamed song of all time.
He's the most popular
Like-
artist
Yeah.
ever. Yes, we
I
know.
thought that was Ed Sheeran.
No,
Which,
no, it's
Really?
Blinding Lights by.
yeah,
by
he
The
got
Weeknd.
owned by.
that's right. I was
The
listening to
Weeknd.
him in 2013 with Kissland. That's right. And
And
then
if you
he, like, blew up,
creeping,
and I was
please
like,
don't let it
dang.
show, and my heart can't take it anymore.
I'm a creep.
well, my introduction to him,
I'm weird.
my introduction to him was "Belong to the World" from Kissland. That was my intro.
Kissland sounds like the name. If Mizkif had to name an album, that's what he would name it. If he made,
If
Mizkif wrote an album and needed an album name,
Oh,
that's what he
God.
would call his album.
Go
Jesus
down to
Christmas.
Kissland.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think Nestani appreciated that.
Even
joke,
though
and that's so-
nobody asked, we delivered. Welcome back to
Oh,
the
that's how we're
podcast,
starting.
everybody.
Okay.
Good.
My
grief.
name is
I can work
Nestani.
with this.
My name is Jaxler.
My name is DECosmic.
From Delaware.
My name is Coley.
And today we're going to talk about the Emiru and Mizkif situation for 1 hour and 26 minutes straight.
Oh,
about
God.
Very, very, very
That's a
specific
great
time
idea,
frame.
dude. Our viewer retention, I
Yeah.
can feel it. Like
Dude,
that goes to the
it's-
future.
It's
For
weird.
real.
Yeah, you know, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really.
Yeah.
Actually, I am curious, Cole. What do you know? I'm just curious about what you know about the situation.
All
Does
right.
he know?
So, well, I don't think this has
Don't
anything
look at
to
the
do
Discord.
with it, but no, I'm not.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And no Google.
Like, the TwitchCon thing had nothing to do with this, right?
No,
that just
separate.
happened to happen right before. Yeah.
Separate incident.
Yeah.
So basically, all I know what
Basically
happens is that Emiru sat at her desk and was like, "Let me tell you something," for an hour, and then she says all this stuff about how Mizkif is terrible and a horrible person and all this shit, and then she said, "Now I'm gonna post this video, and then he's gonna do this, 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 and this." And then she posted the video, and Mizkif did this, 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 and this. And then I don't know what those things were, other than probably just stream, try to prove her wrong, and call her stupid. And then a lot of people on Twitter started making memes of it, and you guys thought it was funny.
You know what? No notes. I think that was.
I gotta
that was
give it
pretty
to you.
apt.
Unfortunately,
That
I do
was-
have to give it to him.
He actually kind of got it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I will say the greatest read
Well
of all
done.
time from Emiru.
Well
I think that's my
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
part
dude.
about the whole thing is that she said
Oh, shit.
she was like, "Hey guys, he's gonna go live and he's gonna say I tried to kill my rabbits." And then literally frame one video goes up an hour later, like half an hour later, he goes live immediately. He's like, Emiru tried to kill her rabbits. It was like such a soul read, man. It's like for Smash Heads,
Yeah.
like Emiru JV5'd him
chess.
and she didn't even have the controller plugged in. You know, if you're playing a traditional fighter, she perfected him and her controller wasn't plugged in. Like he just fucking did it to himself.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It is so funny.
And, well, she was tipped off about this happening as well.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was necessarily a soul read anymore. So just like
Well, she knew that she
she had the information high ground. She had the espionage.
She didn't know because he is a manic fucking crazy person, so he just told everyone. I think my favorite part. Sorry, I have another favorite part. I think my favorite part also is I have a lot of favorite parts. I just think it's really funny. I think like she. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Where did it go?
I mean, the other thing too, right, is that like when somebody is that abusive and manipulative, and then you like get out of that situation and you're suddenly aware of like what their playbook is, I can't imagine it's hard to predict the ways that they would want to retaliate. And like honestly, very, very good on her to just call the shot, because after like all of the info that she dumped out, like she could have just like pieced out and said, okay, here's my piece, I'm done. But she went a step further and got ahead of like the entire thing and was like, she was like, look, if you don't want to believe, it's saying like this is paraphrasing. It's basically like, if you don't want to believe me, then I'm about to just read his mind essentially. And here's what's going to happen. And again, hopefully the subtext here that people can pick up on is this guy has a thing that he defaults to. And when somebody is, that intimate with how he is going to react, that should tell you something. Yeah, right?
When people show you who they are, believe them.
I'm no psychologist, nobody here is, but like,
well,
to me, it's pretty telling, like when this stuff happens, like especially if you know enough women, like if you regularly interact with women,
if you can name 100 women,
then you should.
Let's play the round robin where we all name 100.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like if you know enough women and you know how people that are shitty tend to treat them, then this is like another page out of that book. Yeah. It is like when somebody points to all these things and says like, this is the terrible situation that I was in, and I'm very glad I'm out now. The gotcha moment is like the first thing that shitty person will go to.
And then I think my favorite part about that too is that she also was like, so Mizkif asked all of like her friends or like some friends if they would back up. Like he asked them to back up his story about Emiru killing her rabbits, and every single one said no. Every single one was just like, no, we're not doing that. And that's
my favorite implication of that. My favorite implication of that too is that probably means he went to Asmongold.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And asked for backup. And the fact that of all people, the cockroach man was like, nah, that doesn't align with my moral values, is like, crazy.
Unfortunately for you guys, the cockroach man's stocks are up right now. They've been rising in this situation where everyone else's stocks are just falling.
Horrible
to the
news.
ground.
The worst person did something mildly fine.
Yeah. He did. Congratulations to Asmongold on doing the bare minimum, I suppose.
I will say though, for shouting out anyone, we should be shouting out S-Fan. That guy's the GOAT. He just let her crash at his place for just never asked a question.
No questions
hours.
asked.
Hell yeah.
Just like,
Because I feel like the read I would have had on someone like S-Fan was he would have been closer to Mizkif, but like that's like.
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't agree with that. I don't think you're tapped in.
Well. I'm definitely not, because I was about to say I have a life. I don't.
Yeah, you don't have a life, but you're just not tapped in. Like me.
I'm not tapped in.
You know what I mean? No, S-Fan is a lot similar to someone like a Will Neff. Like he just seems like he's on that more trustworthy vibe than other streamers, which isn't a lot.
It's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just had a great time, guys, scrolling Twitter for the first time in 2 or 3 months and scrolling Reddit for the first time in a year.
Yeah, I know this person came out with a really harrowing story and evidence of like, sexual assault.
And it's really bad.
But also the Twitter feed.
I'm just saying the dunks on Mizkif, fire, Although
that's fair.
It's terrifying how many old clips have been resurfacing where it's just like in plain sight, and I'm like, dude, that's kind of crazy. And speaking of crazy things, Cole ran a Scooby Doo tournament. That's
what an incredible transition.
Yeah, a good segue.
Yeah,
from
let's
sexual
pivot from
assault
talking
allegations.
about.
I love the mental math that you did there, where you were like, which topic is crazy enough for me to jump to?
Yeah, I was literally
Scooby Doo.
I was going through all of them. I was like, which is funniest coming from sexual
Is
assault?
Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights the Mizkif of speed?
Oh God, Jesus!
I don't know what that means, but you know,
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means
I
either.
didn't watch a
just, like,
second of this tournament, but I did see that Baz won, and I just want to say I called it. I said this looks like a Baz Raylan sweep, and Baz Raylan the third delivered. Baz delivered.
I should have had the bracket open
to the podcast, everyone. Today we have a special guest, Baz Raylan the third. We're bringing him in. I'm calling him right now.
No, don't actually do that.
I was giving you time to pull up the bracket, and then you just stopped pulling up the bracket.
I don't need it. I was there.
I did this whole shit ass riff for you to,
all
get
right,
the
here,
bracket.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Like I can't. Now we're waiting for you to get the bracket. It was supposed to be.
Now we see.
I got it right here. Chill, Daddy, chill.
We have caught a glimpse of how Cole is going to treat his wingmen.
There you go.
This is tragic, honestly.
Oh, I'm sure that people have been my wingman and I didn't even know it. Like
honestly, that checks out too. Yeah.
Like they probably
true.
We're gonna be his wingman, and then later on down the road, he's gonna act like a fucking flightless bird. I swear to God, like fucking really, man. Like what kind of
5 years later, was she flirting with me?
She asked
literally
me to
like
get a
somebody's
chicken sandwich. Should I have went?
The Popeye.
Literally, I guarantee.
Should I have buttered her
biscuits?
biscuits?
At a bar. I feel like somebody's come up to me at a bar and been like, "Hey, Cole, this is like, I don't know, Emily or something." And I'm like, "Hey, Emily," and she's like, "Hi," and we start talking. She's like, "Do you like dogs?" And it was like, "Sure."
I really love A Dog's Life on
or something, you know. Like I've
like
probably
eating
done
dogs.
that 1,000 times. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Shit.
Anyway, back to talking about the main dog. Back to
Damn. The flashbang.
Dude, you're really not
back to talking about the big dog. Me? We're talking about me now. Hell yeah, we're talking about me, the big dog.
The all costumes Nestani tournament.
It's me.
It was Nestani versus Nestani.
I'm just saying there's no.
I've got to
finals,
ask.
and I'm
by the
disappointed.
way, Cole.
Yeah,
that is true. You gotta have a thug finals.
I got one question for you, Cole. I'm looking at the bracket here on my phone.
One answer.
Okay.
Double. Wait,
okay. I'm
getting
ready. Get ready. I'm getting ready for the roast of this strange bracket.
No, so I really appreciate the color coding. I think it's wonderful. Okay.
Well,
but this font got to go, bro. This font really.
Oh no, that's the font on the box art. That's the font on the box art.
It makes sense. Sorry,
I don't know, man.
Us are pushing back on you.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
I'm not pushing back on you. I'm just explaining.
Wait, are you talking about like the font of the names or the winners losers?
The font of the names.
Yeah, so that's the font in game. That's like the font for like.
Oh, I know what it
Cosmic
is.
Stuff. Yeah.
I simply disagree with it. I get the decision.
Well, I mean that's cool.
I just simply disagree.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, insert the name of the podcast. Here.
Actually, upon further review, maybe my problem is just with this one person's name who's like
bad video game science.
Rayquaza Kingdom or something.
Oh, Rayquaza Kingdom.
It's like
yeah,
Rayquaza Kingdom.
For sure.
That's like super unreadable.
I'm surprised bad video game science is the more readable one for you,
yeah, but those
or
are like
Laskowski, which is spelled with numbers and letters.
I think red. I think red is just hard to read.
Yeah, the red is not great. I won't lie. The reason that bad video game science got passed over by me is because I couldn't read it, so I had to switch to the next one.
Well,
that I could actually read. So there is that.
Which is
name, though.
Rayquaza Kingdom is above on the list, bad video game science. So that means you went through the whole list and then you restarted to find a readable name.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Well, because I was looking at the results and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to glance over it.
I'm trying to parse like who's the actual idiot here, because I feel like there's I'm trying to.
That's the hidden secret.
I don't think
option.
it's a matter of idiot. It's just like me expressing my opinion about a font, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of.
And I get it.
It's neither here nor
fonts
there.
Fonts are important. Fonts are real important, you know. But anyway,
you're too young to be caring about fonts. Anyway, continue.
No, dude, college fucked me up, man. But anyway, so basically how this bracket worked. So we had I gotta restart from like.
Scooby Doo.
We gotta turn the clack box about like a few months ago.
The clack box.
we gotta
turn back the clacks like a few months ago.
That sounds like a slur. Yeah, yo, this
fucking
fucking clack box over here.
You stupid clacker.
Oh god. But we gotta turn back the clack here.
I mean, it is a slur just with an L instead of an R if you think about it. It's like when white people say wigger.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Cole. Now off of that, you want to talk right
but
after
anyway,
I said
so
that. You're good?
the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom had this tournament that was the King Jellyfish King Jellyfish
King
tournament.
Gizzard and the
And
Lizard
it's like
Wizard.
it's like a meme category that's like 10 minutes long or something there, and they did a tournament, and Mortal was in it, who's like the big Scooby guy. And I watched it and I thought it was like okay, and then Mortal and I were like, I bet we could do this way better, and then we did. And this was the tournament.
Oh, okay. You sure? Yeah.
No disrespect. It was still fun to watch.
He's disrespecting you
the
guys.
King Jellyfish tournament.
I think you should make an LSF thread about it.
Yeah, so we ran this tournament, and we were able to have 12 players join us. We had the sign-up sheet, and how the tournament worked is that it was just a 1v1 race. There was no best 2 out of 3 or anything like that. And it was for a meme category called All Costumes, where the goal was to collect the 2 costumes that Scooby uses to stealth around in, which is Lampshade and Slippers and Black Knight armor.
So it's called 2 costumes.
Also for accessibility, accessibility purposes, we had to make sure there was handicap parking and other things like. No, I'm just joking. We got rid of. Sorry,
I didn't like that one, bro.
I'm sorry.
I
don't know.
Double down, actually.
That's what I get for improving.
But
we got rid of like all the stupid tricks that like all the beginners are like afraid to do, which is understandably
say
so.
That we did accessibility thing and then pivot into stupid. All the stupid things.
No, I said the tricks are stupid. I said the tricks are stupid. Did I say that? Wait, I don't even hear what I said.
It's just a funny implication, It's just like it's a.
This is why you gotta leave the bad jokes to me, man. Like at least I'm not gonna be bad.
I'm not calling the people stupid. I'm calling the tricks stupid.
I'm not calling disabled people stupid.
I'm not saying that sentence. I'm not going on the blue sky here with that.
You structured that sentence, like you could have heard that if you were malicious, if you were the malice emote.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Malice.
And I just thought it was really funny. Sorry, go ahead. I'll shut up.
So there was no creepy early. There was no pause storage. There was no hedge gate clip. Not that you really should do creepy early or like shaggy storage. That wasn't allowed either. But. So like anybody in the community could join, and so 12 people were able to join on this particular day because we had like a sign up sheet, and of course it happens to fall on the same thing that Cosmic's doing the same weekend. And
it was at 2 p.m. though, so everyone got to watch him and then go to watch you.
Yeah, true. So we started at 4 Eastern. But
I did not watch the Cosmic. I forgot it was happening.
I watched neither of the things. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
And so there was like total rookies like who had never played the game, and then there was like veterans of the game who've been playing, like Baz and Summer, who've been playing forever. And so it was super fun. And actually the runners that I was sort of predicting that were going to make it to the end, only like one of them did, which was Baz. But then Linz was like the go. Like if Linz actually legitimately played the game, like they would be a top runner for sure. Like they were super consistent with all their movement and their tricks like that. It was great. But anyway, so how the tournament worked is that everybody did 1v1, and if you lost in that round, then you're donezo. All right. Then in the next round is when the losers bracket kind of comes into play. But then last minute, somebody suggested, oh, what if like the first person. How do I describe this? This was such a weird tournament because of like, there was always like a gap. You know what I mean? Like there can only be 3 winners at the end for the winners bracket. So then there's like a freebie. What?
Nothing.
What?
We're all good. No, we're listening.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Whatever. I feel like you guys are like DMing each other. Or
we would never do that. I would never DM him a joke
bro.
that I didn't want to say the joke out loud. I was letting you talk. Go ahead.
All right. Fine.
Linz would be a top runner because only 8 people have done creepy early. That was my joke.
So no, Linz was like super good. Linz was like 10 seconds behind Baz, like in that final race. Like, anyway. Linz was really, really good.
I'm not saying that they're bad. I was saying that only like 3 people have done creepy early. That was the joke, not
honestly
them.
like
They're
a
not
lot.
The joke. It's the joke is creepy early. Anyway.
So many people did way better than I thought a lot of them would.
Damn.
If I'm going to be honest, like they.
Damn.
First, you say disabled people are stupid. Then you underestimate new speedrunners.
No, well, if you looked at the leaderboard, I was expecting most of the runs to take around 20 minutes. Most of them took like 15 or 16. Like people really like practiced, and you could tell. And each runner kind of had like their own thing going too. But anyway, finishing up how the bracket works. So the second round is when the losers bracket comes into play, but there would only be 3 losers. So what was the extra person going to do? And originally it was just like, oh, whichever loser had the worst, or whichever loser had the best time would get the freebie. But then somebody suggested like, hey, so then, you know, more games get to happen. What if whoever lost in the first round that had the best time filled up that empty space? And everybody was like, sure. Because like this wasn't meant to be taken like ultra seriously. It's a thing for fun for the community. And so that was actually kind of an interesting thing to happen, because then Baz faced the username is Couple Chicken, but we called him Cam. Yeah.
Chicken.
I thought that was
I thought it was Corporal too.
That's what a lot of people thought. Yeah, I think it's Couple. Yeah. It's either chicken. CPL or Couple, but it's not Corporal.
Chicken. Baz faced chicken. He fought a chicken.
Chicken jock.
It was all right. But it was funny because Cam and Baz were in the first round together, but then they also met up with each other at the very end. They had a rematch. And so like if that rule wasn't in place, that would have never happened. And that was kind of cool.
The run back.
And each runner had like their own strengths. So like Lynn's played it like super safe. But then, and then obviously, like the winner of the losers goes to winners, blah blah blah. That's how the tournament works.
Yeah, traditional bracket after that.
Yeah. But every runner kind of had like their own thing going. So like Lynn's had like really, really, really great movement. You know, Baz is just like got all this knowledge of the game, so he had like good movement with great execution of like the safe tricks.
Baz is a former world record holder, and no one else was.
But then what Sodalier went for consistently. Well, first of all, Sodalier was crazy because there was a Spider-Man event happening that same day, and he's a Spider-Man PS1 runner.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And he kept going back and forth between the 2 events, which is crazy. And the other crazy thing about Sodalier is that he only plays with the D-pad. Only the D-pad. Isn't that crazy?
Stop playing the game.
Well, so he said that he plays it that way, and it doesn't even look like it unless you knew. But because Spider-Man PS1, he plays with the D-pad, he also does it with like, he's just so used to it. So he does it with Scooby. Isn't that nuts? And he went for the Mine 2 wall climb without the umbrella, and he consistently got it. And he said it was because of the level music, like the BPM of the music helped him time when to do the jump. And I was just baffled. And he was the only person who went for it and got it like first try in the run. It was really cool. He made it to the winners bracket. And then Cam, like the chicken guy,
just call him chicken, bro. Just call him chicken.
The chicken, bro. He also was the only person to go for a trick in the next level where you go out of bounds and try and reach a trigger to like skip that entire room, Mine 3. And he got it like first try in like one game in particular, but he got it really quick in other ones. But, at the end, it was Linz and Baz, and Linz was like playing super consistently. And Linz was the crowd favorite. I think they told like everybody who they worked with and stuff like that, like this tournament was going on. Yeah. And so everybody was like, go Linz, yay.
Oh, so like all Linz is like IRL friends. Like,
yeah, it was pretty.
That always happens. This is something that always happens in speedrunning when someone first gets into like submitting to events or participating, where because it's their first time or couple of times, they tell all their friends and they're like, oh, I'm doing this thing. And then they show up. And then as they do it more and more, they're like, I'm just going to do it, not care to tell anybody. but it was, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it was really cool. There were all the matches were really fun to watch. And so I was like the host and like commentating over it and stuff like that. But I also helped like make some of the images and setting up for the stream. And then Mortal was helping me commentate, but also like the one kind of running the stream on OBS and stuff like that.
Yeah, Mortal did all
stream
the
only
work.
crashed one time. It was unfortunate. But then also like some memes were kind of born out of this because I wore a suit and tie, and you know, I only wore like basketball shorts underneath here, and that was kind of on purpose.
Pretty good.
But because then everybody was like,
Stand
Coley,
up.
show us your pants. Show your pants. Stand up. And I didn't do it for a long time. And then it was Summer versus Baz. And we made this like green room, like VC where everybody was talking. And they said, we're not going to start until you stand up. And so then I had to stand up and everybody was like, oh my God, that's so funny. And then
He's pulling his cock out.
Well, then everybody said I wasn't wearing pants. And I was like, I am wearing pants. Shorts are pants. If I went outside in shorts, my balls would not be hanging out. I would not be arrested for public nudity. And they were like, nope, that's
your
not
balls
pants.
would still be hanging, but like, you know,
Yeah.
your balls hang within your pants. Like that's how it works.
Does your
Yeah, but
chain
not
hang
out
low?
for
Does
all
it
to
wobble
see.
to and fro?
Yeah, I couldn't tie them in a knot or tie them in a bow. Like they're not
Yeah.
to and fro like that.
That
Yeah.
made me physically uncomfortable to hear those words placed
Yeah.
in sequence. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
But and then there was another time where it's a meme on my stream where my friend Connor, he does like a Kermit the Frog TTS and it's called Cheese Facts. And so TTS obviously wasn't set up for this tournament, but what happened was we would always put the runners in a different VC so then they wouldn't hear us commentate because we felt like that
Yeah.
would be kind of distracting.
It can be pretty distracting, yeah.
But what happened was that we did interviews after kind of like real short interviews after each run. In the process of Baz going back to our commentator room for the interview, my friend Connor switched his display name to Baz, got his profile picture,
Nice.
and then entered
fire.
the room.
Yes.
And we were like, hey, Baz, you're muted. What's going on? And then he cranked his gain all the way up and he started reciting the TTS
That's good.
as loud as can be. And then we're like, and Mortal was just like, what is going on? And then booted him and everybody went, boo. Everybody's like, boo, we want the cheese fact. So, but everybody had a great time. And yeah, Baz ended up winning and we all stayed in a call afterwards. And
my goat.
there were like a few people who were like, oh, like you guys, it was so much fun, blah, blah, blah. Like they never done a speed run before. And so they were like real excited about it and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was really sweet. I was glad that a lot of people enjoyed it and stuff like that. And I hope that everybody was like so excited for that they wanted like more community stuff, which is what I wanted from it as well. And I would have streamed it to YouTube, but Google has this stupid thing where we logged into the Scooby-Thon account because I didn't know there was a YouTube. There's a Scooby-Thon YouTube from back in the day, and we tried to I was like, all right, so let me set this up. Let me press click live, and then it said, you must wait 24 hours before live streaming is available to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess I'm not streaming. We're not doing this on YouTube. Oh well, because I don't know. It didn't feel right.
You could
for
have
me
just
to put it on
also
mine.
you streamed it to your YouTube.
I just didn't
We
feel
talked
right
about this last
doing
week.
that.
It's just like,
I know,
man,
but
come
I just
on,
didn't
like-
feel good about that. Like I didn't really feel comfortable doing that. So, but
Why
it's
don't you feel comfortable
still a
doing
lot
it?
of
Would you
people
say that
turned
someone
up
who
and
has
stuff.
streamed a tournament on their own channel is a bad person, or how would you feel about that? You know, just
Talking to me?
no, I'm talking to Cole. You know,
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
because you were like you didn't want to run the tournament on your own channel because you felt icky. So like, what would you think of someone who ran a tournament on their own channel? Are they icky, or like what do you think about that?
No, but I mean, this sort of was with the intent. I don't know. It's like a whole like. I wanted this to be a Frights community thing. I didn't want this to be like a Coley event. Like, I wasn't the one spearheading the project. I was just like one of the people helping run it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we know that because you didn't do any of the actual work. Mortal did all that. So.
Well, I mean, during the live stream, yeah, Mortal did all the work, and I was very glad because I would have messed up way more than he did. But I mean, I helped like make like some of the scenes and stuff like that. But like, oh wait, I forgot to mention this. So in these
I finger
interviews,
painted a little bit, you know.
in these interviews, we made this image of the winner would be on like, or the loser would be on like this side of the screen, and it would show an image of Scooby crying and like super depressed.
That's hilarious.
And then on the winner's side, it was like Scooby laughing and like confetti was coming down.
That's
and
good.
That was pretty funny. At first, I was not on board with that idea, and then like I was convinced. And
that feels like in the spirit of the community, because for those who don't know, for the longest time in the Scooby Discord, there's been a special Discord role that just says second, and it was just given to whoever was second place.
Yep.
In Scooby at the time, rather than giving like the world record holder a role, we just gave it to whoever was second. So that seems very on brand.
Yep. So.
I finally don't have the second place role anymore. It's finally been taken away from me.
Yeah, I think Summer finally gave it to me.
And
I didn't really care.
I was the one who had it for the longest fucking time because of fucking Snowy. That's why I care so much about it.
But since the leaderboard like switched and got combined, like Nestani was still second for a long time,
like a year or two.
Like,
for so long. I would just open it up and I'm like, I'm still second, baby. Hey, we all know I'm still second. Okay, come on.
But anyway, it was super fun. There's nothing really much to say about it.
You would say that a person that ran a tournament on their own channel is a bad person. That's what you're saying.
No, I just feel like in the context of this, I didn't want that. Man, I just didn't want to.
I guess Cole thinks I'm just a terrible person. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate, man.
No, I don't think so.
He said I'm a selfish cuck who ran a tournament on his own channel. Fucking loser.
I did not say you're a selfish cuck and you only care about your own channel. So
yeah, that's what he said. He was just like, how fucking dare you?
I didn't.
Speaking of
anyway, how'd your thing go, Cosmic?
Oh, I guess breaking habits too.
Yeah. What about that?
Yeah. How about you break some habits out here? You know,
maybe this was a bad time to transition to Cosmic.
No, I think he's got it. You know, he was just thinking about.
Wasn't that funny?
No, it was. It was just I don't know, man.
I think it was pretty funny.
Sometimes it's just like, cause like I know how to deal with that when Nestani is just like throwing the curveballs or the knuckleballs at me, right?
Yeah. The cheap
and like
shots,
seeing Cole just like, cause here's the thing too, is that I ran a tournament on my own channel, so I was also considering running this bit on him.
Oh, I didn't know that was happening on your own channel.
Oh no, it happened years ago. It happened in like 2020 or 2021.
It was the DMC tournament.
Yeah, it was the very first DMC1 tournament.
Yeah, and I ran a tournament on my channel, so.
Yeah, so when
Nestani
was like,
that was a relay race. That was a bit different.
Well, yeah, but it's still a community.
When Nestani was like, "Hey, would you consider somebody that ran a tournament on their own channel a bad person?" I was like, "I'm about to queue up like right now, dude." But then you did it, and I was just like, "Oh, it's just perfect." Anyway, so breaking the habit happened. This weekend. Look, bro,
he didn't even say it like that. Right. He said it normal. I don't know what you're hearing. Bro needs to get his ears checked.
No, that's true.
My ears are cooking, bro.
Bros,
anyway.
Maybe that's why you can't hear.
But they raised
the sizzling in there. You can't
hear
anything.
They raised. Said one time.
I hear frequencies.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ear.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what was that thing that you said one time? And Jaxler's like, "You're an idiot. It's pronounced like this."
Oh, Alzheimer's.
And you were
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah. I must have that because I forgot what you said. So
yeah.
But so breaking the habit.
The alphabet.
But anyway,
breaking the habit happened, and they raised $3,500 for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So that was pretty cool. I actually ended up having 2 runs in the event because somebody had to drop on Saturday. So I ran 10,000 bullets for them that Saturday at like 10 at night. And then I ran Van Helsing at like 2. This event was pretty good, but it is another reminder that I really want to get into some more like A-lister games so that I can really help drive some donations a little more. Because like I recognize that showing people games that they've never heard of might entice people to tune in longer, or explain a game that maybe they played in their childhood, like Van Helsing. That maybe there's some pool there, obviously, but I really did not have a ton to offer in the way of like incentives, really. So
Yeah.
it was another reminder that like I know that I can do more to help. So I would like to do that.
I will slightly push back on that as
fair.
someone who has been on games committees now.
Wait, how can you say that's fair? He hasn't said anything yet.
Where it's sorry, but
I meant it's fair to push back.
Oh,
okay. What I will say, as someone from who's done both the game selection and the scheduling, something that can happen sometimes with making like a schedule for a charity event is that sometimes you'll actually want runs that don't have incentives going on, because then it can be an opportunity to push for something else later
That's
on.
true.
And sometimes
Yeah.
if like everyone comes prepped with like shooters in terms of like the incentive, it ends up like creating like this kind of either fatigue or kind of clogging of like incentives, and so certain things get crowded out.
Yeah.
So my reason for pushing back on that is, even offering those run, even if it's a top tier, but maybe it doesn't have like incentive potential, it still is valuable, is what I would say.
Yeah. I guess too, I should explain that like I want to at least have something to offer if they do accept an incentive. I would like to run some A-listers for the reason that you were saying, so that because like when when I ran DMC5 at AGDQ 2020, my incentives didn't get met, but that run was like a huge and then Destiny 2 after were like the huge juicers for Final Fantasy 6 right coming up. So there was that. But yeah, I don't know. And I thought that they would have taken because I thought they would have actually taken the bouncer, to be honest. From me.
The bouncer. But like as a bid war.
The bouncer. Yeah, as a bid war, because I had a bid war for it. And for 10,000 bullets, I actually had a bid war for like the 2 different boss fights that you could do. But they ended up taking Van Helsing, and they were like, hey, one of the organizers was like, I really like this game, so I was gonna just put it on there. And I was like, I can't really ask for any more of a seal of approval than that, right?
Exactly.
And they did and I was glad that like I at least had a couple of runs in the back pocket that were on my submissions list that were in the time limit that somebody had to drop last minute, because literally like 30 minutes before they were supposed to go on, they were like, hey, something came up,
Emergency.
Like this has been happening. Yeah, and so somebody needed to step in, and one of the organizers was like, I guess I gotta de-rust Outlast real quick. And I was like, I could do something, but and I was like, I understand if like y'all want to end early, but I can do these other 2 games. And I offered the bouncer, and I also offered 10,000 bullets, the bouncer. And so they were like, look, we can't actually end early because Osborne was right after me. And he was scheduled to like his time for his run was like when he got home from work.
Yeah.
So they wanted to.
Dude, imagine how essentially lame.
True, honestly, but it was a good time. There was a lot of really cool runs over that weekend. Everybody did a superb job. Fiery ran Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City any % professional. And he like
isn't that game like really bad?
Apparently it's very bad, but also he's been like killing it on that thing. So, and he even had a bid war for like save or kill Leon. So people were pretty hyped for that. And then right after that was like Resident Evil 4. So that was pretty cool. And that was part of their horror block with Haunting Ground, ORC, and RE4. So I was like, sick. But this last Thursday as well, I actually went and saw Joey Valence and Bray in Philadelphia. They were with AG Club, and AG Club is pretty decent. They're also a hip hop duo.
Okay, not heard of them.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We only showed up for like half their set because we ran into some traffic, and then the parking garage was abysmal. So we're having a real fun time finding our way around that. And also
if we were to make a hip hop
parking.
duo on this podcast, who would be in it?
That's a pretty good question. I feel like it would probably be Jaxler and I.
Yeah, I'd probably be one of them.
Because you're more of a metalhead than Nestani, to be honest. And you've expressed your distaste of hip hop multiple times, so I feel like
no one walked into the racist joke. That's so sad. I'm just so disappointed.
Yeah.
yeah.
They read it from a mile
Fool me
away.
3 times, type shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
More like for fool me 30, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were ready.
But but it was really good. They
wait, also hold on. I listen to rap music. Chill.
But you've expressed your distaste for it.
I've expressed my
more
distaste
than a few times
for the fact that no one can make a good album because it's impossible. It's like an impossible feat. And I listen to albums. So therefore, I don't get a lot out of rap because there's barely any good albums. Like front to back. There's normally like 3 or 4 fucking stinkers. At least minimum.
I feel like that just means you don't like rap.
No, I like plenty of rap albums.
Dude, so many rap albums fucking suck, but I love a lot of rap albums.
I mean, I do. I like So here's the thing: is that like I really like "United in Grief" by Kendrick Lamar, but I also remove like 3 or 4 of those songs because like one of them is just a couple arguing for fucking 3 minutes straight. Like I don't want to listen to that on repeat. You know?
Yeah, that's
fair. And that's okay.
I like
the skits and stuff is weird.
Isn't that's called "United in Grief"? I thought it was like something in the Sidesteppers.
Oh no! "United in Grief" is one of the songs. Off
yeah,
of
sorry. Yeah, it's called "Mr. Morale Big Step."
Yeah.
"United in Grief" is the first track. Sometimes
I
don't.
breathe different.
It's like how like the Taylor Swift album. I always call it Lavender Haze, but that's just the first track. It's called Midnights. I do that with a lot of albums. Well, I will just list the first track. But I also like Corday's Wintertime album, except for the one song with Anderson .Peak on it, and that I removed and then made it into a playlist. So
yeah.
I like Jack Harlow's album, Come Home, the Kids Miss You. Actually didn't remove any song.
No, that album's fucking dog shit.
I didn't remove anything from that album. I actually like that album.
I think Jack Harlow sucks.
Well, most of the stuff does.
That's what Jax is saying right now.
I like that album specifically.
That album's just boring. I don't know. It's just fucking boring.
I mean,
it's
rap
best
music,
thing I can say
so it is going to be a little boring. That's just the nature of it.
Okay, now you're just rage baiting. Like, fool me 43 times.
Or am I speaking the truth here, ladies and gentlemen? I like
R2J2. Speaking in
R2D2 too, RTJ, Run the Jewels too.
Run the
second
Jewels?
one. Yeah, RTJ.
Okay, I respect
RTJ.
that. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's a good album.
Yeah, Run the Jewels 2, I fuck
really
with.
Good.
You know what I mean?
What's the one where they're gold? The gold hands.
That's RTJ 3, I believe.
That's RTJ.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's also pretty good. I think there's a couple stinkers on that album though, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But I probably don't. And then I think that's the end of the albums. That's the end of the album list, I think.
I need to get to listen.
The Marshall Mathers LP.
I needed to get to listen
that's
to
good, front to back.
How do you have more like white boy rap taste than I do? Like,
well, the thing is I listen to mostly black rap, but if I'm talking about albums front to back, like, I guess 2 of them do happen to be white rappers, but maybe that's because the others can't make a good fucking album, okay? Because it's impossible.
Are you saying that black people can't make a good album? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Yes, precisely. Actually, I think I just lied for attention because Dre's album's really good.
We're losing our sponsorships.
Dre's and like Dr. Dre?
Yeah. Who else?
The Chronic?
Dre, like 2001. And because the Chronic has the porn song on it, and that's annoying as fuck.
I did not know about the porn song.
Yeah, there's literally that. So I think 2001 is the one that doesn't have that. No, 2001 is the one with the porn on it. Okay, what about the Chronic? Is the Chronic? I always get these confused.
I was gonna say Black on Both Sides is
that's a
Black on Both Sides.
But we talked about this
the
before.
album.
Sonny, you listened to it and you were like, eh.
Oh yeah, but isn't there like 3 songs that just aren't rap at all in the song?
No.
Yeah, there's this rock and roll song that fucking sucks. I remember. This is the only thing I
but
remember.
That's not a rock and roll song. There's one
garbage.
part of that song where he
tough.
satirizes.
It is really bad though. So this album's solid though. It's solid. I wouldn't say it's if again
and then there's
the
also
rock and roll song didn't exist, it would probably be a good album. This is my take. There's always 1 or 2 absolutely horrific songs on every single rap album. And it's not like, oh, this song's kind of mid. Oh, this song, they're horrific. They're like,
is there actually one, or are you just looking for it?
I go into every album trying to listen to it front to back, bro. I'm an album listener. That's what I do. Okay, I don't listen to
That's my job. I've been here for decades listening to music.
How I listen to music traditionally is I put a CD in my fucking car and I just let that bitch spin on repeat until I get sick of it. That's how I listen to music. I have fucking vinyl now because I'm a vinyl head, unfortunately, and I'm losing a bunch of money as we speak currently. And I like listening to vinyls because guess what? You can't even skip on vinyls. At least CDs you can technically skip if you really want to, but I don't. I just let it play because I like hearing the whole thing front to back as God intended. Because it's an experience, and now everyone elicits different emotions and it brings up different feelings, and it's good as a piece. And I feel like when I listen to music, ISO'd it without the context of the album, it gets old really, really, really quickly. Right? So you get sick of the songs faster. And then B, I also just like get upset because I'm not hearing a whole experience. But that is a me intrinsic thing where like I feel like I actively don't like playlists for the most part.
There's two hip hop albums that I would be really curious as like a just to not even I know for a fact you probably
that album's fire.
That's fair.
Front to back.
I think you're allowed to have a Lil Wayne album. Like that's like
I mean the Carter 2, like come on, bro.
Yes.
What's the one with Squash Banana?
Carter 3?
Oh.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is probably Wayne's best project.
Yeah, just one time you typed that into the our group chat, and I was like, I can hear these words.
Actually, I think I would put the Carter 3 and that too. Yeah, I feel like the Carter 2 and 3. Give me both, but really the Carter 2.
I feel like Carter 3 has like a couple of
the end of the album gets a little shaky. The Carter 2.
That's why I got you on Carter 2 at the very least. But
I completely
there's two albums though that I just like for the sake of science. There's two albums that I
go ahead.
Would like, you don't actually have to listen to them, but I think it would be really funny if you did. One of them is Atrocity Exhibition by Danny Brown.
I've listened to Danny Brown before. I think you've told me to listen
to No, this is a very different, I would say, from the rest of the stuff he's done.
Atrocity Exhibition album. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna the cover art's gonna look real fucked up.
Okay.
Right. And then the other one is LP by JPEG Mafia, but the offline version specifically. But because that second album, I know.
Wait, what version of the LP thing? Is it 2021? Offline. I don't know what that means.
It might only be on YouTube, but
you're gonna have to send that to me. It's too confusing.
I'll find it for you. But
it's becoming too much work.
But I brought it up because you were talking about listening to albums in full, and especially when I was like learning, and the first time I was really grinding Vex, like I would just play that album front to back for the entire run, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I did with "Come Home, the Kids Miss You" from Jack Harlow.
To fucking Lunistis?
Well, no, literally last night I was listening to it on my stream playing Smite.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were gonna say to like your speed, like I don't know. What? Anywho, but I
was just stating that I also have spun an album forever.
Fair enough. So Cosmic, Joey Valence and Bray. How was?
Oh yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. Make this about I was gonna say as a last thing, I was just gonna say Purple Moonlight Pages by Rap Ferreira.
Purple Moonlight Pages. Dude, there's 5 jokes I want to make.
Find my pages.
By R.A.P. Ferreira.
It has been saved. Because unlike Cole, I can type fast.
So Joey Valence and Bray, like we started out, my friend and I we started out like kind of walking around the venue, just kind of scoping out like what the flow of traffic was everywhere. So like we went upstairs and we just kind of like looked out at, the end of AG Club's set. And then we like were walking around a little bit, and then we kind of, as everybody like filed out as Joey Valence and Bray were getting ready, we like went to one spot and we were kind of like in the middle of everything, and then this one dude was like, hey, can I get past you? And it was like him and a few other people, and I said to my buddy that went with me, I was like, we're following them, by the way, because I know they're going straight to the front. So we just became part of this train that just went right to the front. So we got to be like pretty much right there. And I just turned around, I was like, gaming, dude. And he was like, holy shit, you were right. It just works. And I was like, what are people going to say, bro? No, you're not with them. Like, don't tell me who my friends are. Like,
they're my friends now.
They're not my friends.
For the next 30 seconds, they're my friends.
For the next 30 seconds, yeah.
I might
they're
have
my
to buy
friends,
him a
but-
drink after this. You know?
Yeah, for real. But the only part of that concert that I wasn't really feeling was like their DJ came out and was like, "Hey, we're gonna do a little hype thing for like 15 minutes, and then we'll bring him out," you know. And he played like some radio hits and just did a DJ thing, and I was like, I'm
asleep.
I really hope
I'm going to
I was
bed.
just whatever, bro. Like,
Dude, when fucking DJ
Yeah.
Khaled opened for Demi Lovato, I want to kill myself. I was just waiting for Demi Lovato to show up.
We the best music.
It was
I didn't
so
know
bad.
he knew how to play an instrument or make music of any kind. Like I thought he just
Well,
put
he
his name
didn't.
on
He
the
literally,
homework assignment.
you know what a DJ does? He played 30 seconds of like all of the hits. And so like it wasn't even long enough that you could actually get into it and enjoy it. It's just like hustler music for like 10 seconds and then it changes.
Tell him to bring out the lobster.
It was terrible. Anyway, I'm hijacking Cosmic Story again.
but so no, you're good. But I mean, in this DJ's defense, he played more than 30 seconds, but also
Thank
like
God,
it was
I guess.
dumb. Like,
True.
I was not. I was
That's
not
not what
there
you
for
showed
that.
up there for.
Yeah, I was not there for that. But then all that was in the back of my mind once JVB showed up, because they really killed it. They really did a great job. They had everybody in there moving. They also had played some of their slower stuff. They were there in support of that.
Just for context, for people who don't know what they're about.
He's talking to me.
And Cole perhaps. JVB's kind of like the closest you're gonna get nowadays to Beastie Boys.
That's true. Yeah.
Which is like that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beastie Boys. Oh, I typed Bestie
Like,
Boys.
Beastie
My bad.
Like
Beastie
Sabotage. Good place to start.
Great
Great
song.
to listen
Yeah,
to
that
them
one.
in the gym.
Yeah.
I love listening
Yeah.
to Beastie Boys in the gym.
That's the only song I know by them. Because it was
Similar
in
type
Guitar
of
Hero
vibe.
3, Legends
Yeah.
of Rock.
Rick Rubin. Ooh.
They have a really great like dynamic too, because like Bray kind of played like a little bit of the audience agitator as well, and then like JV was like, let's not do that, like, you know, or whatever. Like there was a point where Bray was like, are you all and Bray was raised in like the center of Philadelphia, according to him, so he knows what people on the East Coast are about. So he was like, are y'all Wawa or Sheets people? And like obviously everybody there is going to say Wawa, right? And then Bray goes, nah, it's all about Sheets. And then of course everybody in playful jest starts booing
the shit out of him.
Yeah. And so he's like, boo, boo, fuck y'all. And like, you know, while he's doing this, Joey's like, we're just kidding, guys. We're gonna play another song now. We're just kidding.
We're gonna dedicate this one to Wawa.
Yeah, we're gonna do. He should have said that. We're gonna dedicate
We're gonna
this
do a
one to
King
Wawa.
Gizzard and the Lizard are covered next. It's called Wawa.
Yep.
Wah,
And
wah,
they played pretty much all the songs that I would have wanted to hear. So it was
I assume
good.
it's most of it from their new album.
They played a good chunk of the new album, and they played a good chunk of Punk Tactics as well.
Nice.
They did not hear a lot. They did not play a lot of No Hands, which I was really glad for, because I don't really like No Hands.
Okay. That's their second album, right?
The second album, yeah. And I was kind of describing this to my friend that like from jump, a name like No Hands is like when you're going, oh look, ma, no hands, which is like where you're just kind of coasting and you're sort of happy to be where you're at on the
He's
bike,
happy to be there,
right? And like Punk Tactics is a much harder like Punk Tactics, and then their new album Hyper Youth. Those are much like more evocative labels or like evocative titles.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot more emotion behind that. But like No Hands is like we kind of made it. Like it was more like we're happy to be where we're at, you know. Like I would say No Hands is more of like we're happy to be here. We're feeling good. We're gonna make some music that reflects how good we're feeling. And then Hyper Youth is like, where are we going? We're kind of scared where we're going, but we know we want to go somewhere. But what does the future hold? Type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a good album, and it has a lot of good energy to it. They're really killing it. Those guys are doing a great job. And I was a little hesitant to kind of see a group like this live, since it had been a while. That I went to a show that was like, you know, not a metal show or not a rock show.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of great stage presence. Their DJ did a great job. They got everybody participating, and it was dope. There was a point where too they were like, "Hey guys, we had 3 rules for our tour. Did everybody see them?" And my friend and I were like, "Yeah, we definitely saw the posts on social media, but we didn't really."
Yeah.
And the third rule was make it. was make a friend. And so they were like, we need you to turn to the person next to you and make a friend right now. So like for 2 minutes, everybody was like, oh, hey, how's it going? Is this your first time? And it was neat, you know, so that was cool. That was like one of the most unique experiences I've had. It was quite that white people shit. But although I think Bray is actually Asian.
Bray is Asian, yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
But it was dope. So I had a lot of fun there. Shout outs to my homie for giving me the invite because he was like, yo, do you want to go and see
Shout out
like,
to my homies all around the world.
I like how we just ignored Nestani being like, yeah, I'm Asian. We were all like, okay.
Yeah, because
just another Tuesday, bro.
Yeah,
it's just another Tuesday, bro.
Speaking
of things, I want to you shouting out your homie. I want to shout out this in. So I usually have streams on in the background as like if I zone out, it's like a moving picture that snaps me out of it, and I happen to have.
Well,
GQ
actually,
on
it's
in
a
the
motion picture. Is what it's called. Get it correct.
And there was a insane first time chat that got immediately banned, and I'm gonna put it in voice chat.
Oh, okay.
And it reminded me of some of the because we were talking streamer stuff earlier.
Hasan X Kaya, shock my dog, I can't stop, new banger. They wrote it as a song title.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, actually, guys, why do people care? Can someone please riddle me that? I don't understand why it's going so nuclear. Like,
what, him and his dog?
Yeah, like
he doesn't even shock her or anything, and he doesn't. People act like he abuses his dog, and then they're like,
I'm like,
oh, my favorite is when people go, confused. Oh, he uses that dog like a prop. She just sits there for hours on camera. Do you know what dogs do? They sit there for hours, bro.
That's like their favorite fucking thing, bro. Other than like sniffing their ass. And
I really like the fake image of like the dog. It looks like it's getting like blown up by like a lightning bolt. I just love that image,
dude. There's also one where they AI'd Kaya to like come up and light like a lightning, like force lightning, like Palpatine and Hasan.
Yeah, Palpatine. That's awesome.
That one was also fun.
I was talking to my friend about it. I was talking to my friend about this whole thing. Well, people just want a reason to hate Hasan, like for whatever reason. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, man. Like maybe you could just say you find the guy annoying. Like
that's what I do.
Yeah, that's
also. I think people really like. I don't know what the right word is. Like they care more about dogs than people. I feel like, you know what I mean?
They do.
Like,
yeah.
Like you see a dog get punched, you're like, what the fuck? You see some other like random guy get punched, you're like,
I feel like our society cares more about stray animals than stray people, and that has always been something that fucked me up.
It's probably true.
That's a bar.
You're not gonna catch.
I don't see commercials for homeless people. I see commercials like those sad dogs that are living in.
Yeah, because if a homeless person was in a commercial, they'd have to pay them.
All I'm gonna say is you never see anybody saying, but they really rescued me about their foster child. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
So
I just have a question though. It was like, even if he shocks his dog, why do we care?
Well, number one is he doesn't really like.
Sure, but
not a thing.
Let's just pretend that he does. Why does it matter?
Let's pretend he does.
Let's pretend that Hasan Piker abuses animals. Why should we care?
The thing is that like, is a shot caller like that abusive? Like, I was just under the assumption that people.
It really depends on the circumstance, right?
Caller. Like, I was under the impression you're cringe if you use a shot caller, but it's ultimately not the worst thing ever. You know what I mean? But people are acting like he blew up the third tower, and I'm very confused about it.
Well, he did say we deserved the. Well, didn't he say the first two we deserved? Isn't that how it goes? Or?
That was the layered joke.
Oh, it was the layered joke. Thank you for
explaining. Yeah. Gotcha. That was the layered joke. But like, I think it's just because I think that people just want a reason to hate the guy. I mean, it's like, here's the thing, right? Is that like, even if
going on for
he
2 weeks,
shocked his, here's the thing is like, even if he shocked his dog in like the envelope of everything else he's done,
it's like
right?
Not
like
that bad.
It's not awful, right? Like,
I'm not lawful.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Yeah,
coffee pot.
But again,
should I shock my dog? Probably not.
Jesus. That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good. Yeah.
You got it that time.
Yeah. But I mean, again, the thing is now, like, everybody's either all good or all bad, apparently, in the court of public opinion. So that's kind of it, right?
Yeah, I guess. It just, I mean,
but then everybody wants to go, oh, actions.
So maybe it just surprised me, that I forgot that this is what happens,
But like, again, I remember talking to my buddy about this, and he was like, dude, people like talk about how he uses his dog as a prop or whatever, but I started my.
Ever been on a dating app? Like, excuse me.
Well, yeah, but like, he was like, at the start of my work day, like I said hey to my dog or whatever when he came in to like lie down on his little bed behind my computer, and I look at the end of my work day, and he's still right there where I left him. So like, I don't know, people. They've not owned a dog if they think that this is like out of the usual. Also, like, he has a bed for her, I think, that's like super big because she's really fucking huge.
Yeah, that's a big fucking dog.
Yeah,
like, I think if you stand,
that's a monster.
Like, she's almost like
I think he encourages her.
Volts,
I think he encourages her to like lay down because she's so huge and so heavy that like it takes a lot for her. Yeah, to like for her to literally and like for her to like walk around, or whatever. Like it's a lot.
And she walked down the aisle too.
All right, then. Okay. I got nothing.
I'm just saying, guys. It was like what last week when the TwitchCon shit happened, right? And that dropped, and like everyone's talking about Emiru, experiencing
that was gone in like a
that
day.
was fucking crazy,
right?
Yeah. First of all, that was gone in a day, but also second of all, when I was looking that up on Reddit, it was buried under like 8,000 posts of Hasan shocking his dog, and I was like, that's crazy. But like, I was like, oh, it's like 2 days old, like whatever. And then I came back 2 days ago or 3 days ago when she dropped the Mizkif shit, and then there were new posts about it still going on, and I'm like, I don't know if it this is chronically online, but if something lasts on LSF for more than 2 days, it is the most cataclysmic event of all time, guys. Like it is crazy. The turnover on that Reddit is like instant. A day.
It's probably crazy.
It's literally a day and you move on. And the fact that he's been here for 2 damn weeks on his dog, that's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
There's got to be like something about Hasan that just makes people just go insane. Because like even if you tune into the like we have a usual like no politics rule, but I'm going to mention this for like 20 seconds.
You're not allowed to.
If you tune into the debates of like the governor of New York, there's somebody going, why have you not denounced Hasan Piker? And it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, no, like Andrew Cuomo has done that multiple times in this NYC mayor debate.
He's cozying up to Hasan Piker. Like, what are we talking about,
he doesn't even know
dude?
him, bro. He doesn't even know little bro.
He's literally like he would say over and over, denounce him. He won't denounce Hamas. He won't denounce Hasan Piker.
They're on the same level, guys.
They're on the same level.
I
mean,
God.
They do the
Hamas
same thing.
Piker. That's about to be a crazy fucking headline.
I feel like if
Dude, that should be the
anything, like denounce Hasan Piker.
No, Hamas Piker. That should be the thumbnail. Coley, get on it. Come on.
I'm not making that one.
We're gonna have to pivot from a no politics to only politics.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
Shit.
But no, it's just really weird, man. Like,
I think one thing to keep in
really
mind, and this is
weird.
the boring answer, is that Hasan's brown. Hasan's brown. He's not white, so it's like people are gonna target him because he's.
I mean, I guess. I feel like that's not relevant to this one, though.
It's definitely a symptom, I think, for sure.
I mean, I
guess
he's Turkish.
It's comorbid with whatever else is going on.
I'm speaking out of turn here because I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
But like, is this like an instance of like, how do I phrase this? It's like Pirate Software. Like he always had like this, I'm perfect. Well, this is different. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I think people like to see, they like trying to crack the perfect picture. You know what I mean?
True, yeah.
And so
he doesn't strike
I don't know
me
if
as
people
the type to try to put on a perfect picture.
Yeah, that's true
well, that's
too.
what
Like
I don't
Hasan
know.
is.
That's what I don't know.
I think I think the thing too is that Hasan is like very intentionally with the forum that he's in, right? He is intentionally inflammatory, right?
I feel like that's how a stream goes.
Yeah, but also he's in the politics space.
But also
And
he does
he
high
definitely
road a lot,
doesn't-
though. So like
Yeah.
Cole is semi-right that he does have a little bit of that pirate software because he does have kind of a high road and he does be like, well, I'm actually right and you're like fucking cringe.
But he's also
You know what I
never
mean?
done like the whole wholesome Chungus thing either.
No, he doesn't do that either.
Like
Right,
pirate
yeah.
software tried to do.
Exactly. So
right?
it is a little different, but he does have an air of that like cockiness of like, but every person has that.
If
I
you
think.
come from that like
Especially if you're a
field
streamer.
or world,
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah, which is like,
Yeah.
And that's
you have to
probably
be
why
like,
people think he's really annoying, and that's totally fair.
yeah.
well, I just think he's annoying because he's annoying.
Yeah.
But
That's also fair too. Some people just got that
That annoying
that dog
the
in
A
them.
gene, the A gene. Yeah.
some people need a shot. No, I'm actually.
yeah, I think honestly,
really bad.
guys, I think we should get a shot caller for Hasan. So every time he cuts off Cutie Cinderella and Fear and podcast, it shocks him and he shuts up so that she can talk. I would probably watch that podcast again if that happened.
That's fair. That's fair.
Guys, new patch notes. I don't watch Fear and anymore because I figured out that I don't like Hasan so much that I won't watch the podcast, even though Cutie's on it. Like he's
Yeah,
outraged.
Will Neff can't sponge enough of the splash.
Yeah,
damage
Will
from
Neff
Hasan
and
Piper's
Cutie
presence.
can't hold it together, you know, because here's the thing is that Cutie probably talks for like, if the episode's an hour long, she talks for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the 3 to 5 minutes of Cutie so bad that I'll sit through an hour of Hasan, you know, and it's just like an opportunity cost that I've just decided to
Honestly,
finally cut off, you know.
when it comes to Fear and, if there's anything that would make me like super, I don't really watch it, but if like that would, if I were in your spot, like the person who kind of pushed me away would probably be Austin, because I just find him really annoying. But like in the way of like,
but he's like an unoffensive annoying person. Like he's like kind of like me on this podcast. Like he's really fucking annoying, and you would kind of want him to shut up most of the time. But occasionally he does slip in a banger, and so you're like, "Fuck, I have to give it to him," you know. But most of the time he is kind of annoying. It would be like if I wasn't funny and I was just annoying the whole time, you know.
yeah, because that's what I get from him.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that's what I get from you.
Yeah,
That's
did
what I
set
thought.
it up, and
We all
was
braced
waiting
I was
for
for
it.
like, ooh, swing.
I literally pitched it to him. I pitched it to him right there,
Yeah.
and he didn't
I
take
did,
it. You know?
but
did.
I like the vibes I get from Austin is just like,
Wow, you don't like Austin? That
Like-
means you don't like gay people.
well, I don't like he
Rough.
gives me the vibe of like right winger or former right winger that is finally coming out of the closet and doesn't understand the basics of existing in the world. Like,
This is the
He's like-
funniest sentence of all time on so
he's
many
like Milo
levels,
Yiannopoulos
man.
on a redemption arc. That's the vibe I get.
Dude, the reason that this is so funny is because they make like 8 million jokes on this podcast about how he could easily pass for a straight white male. That's like his whole thing. He's like the least gay person of all time, and they make that joke 85 times. And you're just literally saying the joke that they made. It's just so
okay.
good. You literally just like wrote the whole thesis of the Fear and podcast. Like you just, but unironically, which is like crazy to me.
Dude, that's how you know our podcast has gone to shit, is we're just a podcast talking about another podcast.
Guys, do you
Another
want to talk about
podcast,
Taking It
yeah.
the Truth? KG Certifies podcast back on the docket, guys. I'm so excited.
Actually, I really feel like I should talk about Ninja Gaiden 4 right now.
Oh, right. We forgot to talk. Yeah. What you think about the 4 gay people, the 4 gay ninjas? What you think about that?
You know, when I saw you playing it, I was like, yeah, this is a cosmic game.
Yeah.
Like I could see why
Yeah.
you're playing this.
What did the notorious
Yep, so-
bisexual Cosmic think of Ninja Gay 4?
I don't call him
BI
notorious.
Cosmic.
If he's notorious, it's
No.
not for his bisexuality. It's for...
It's true.
I've made this joke before, but so just...
I thought you were going to at least complete it, man. Like, you got to complete the bad joke. You can't just give up halfway through.
You know, it's
It
like
makes
one of
it
those
even
things,
worse.
like an MF Doom
It's like a
line,
crossword.
where it's
You
one of
gotta
those
figure it
things
out.
where you leave it on a cliffhanger and let the audience put the picture together in their head at the end.
I have a hanger in my closet
Speaking
back
of
there.
heads, Cosmic, go ahead.
So Ninja Gaiden 4, the number one, I'll start from the top.
You're going to
This
start from Ninja
game was
Gaiden
not
1?
nearly-
That's crazy.
That's true. Yeah, no, I shouldn't start from there. Number one, I'll start from the top with Ninja Gaiden 4 is that casually, this game was incredible. Okay, like it was really good. I am quite impressed. That's why I'm still playing it. That being said, there's a lot of fluff that they could have cut out, I felt like. And the run is currently like 3 hours or something. I mean, my run yesterday.
We fucking knew it. We fucking
my run yesterday was like 4 hours because I got my ass kicked for like 30 minutes. You know,
that would happen.
But there's like multiple sections where you're like grinding on a rail, like you're in Ratchet and Clank or Sonic the Hedgehog. There's some levels where, I kid you not, and I will give them this. Okay, in these levels where you're just doing a ton of movement, it's very engaging. Okay, you're always kind of doing something, but also like there's a level where there's like no mandatory fights for like 8 minutes, bro, and like I'm just doing movement. And then I like get in this glider and I take this little wind gust through a little automated like 10-second sequence. And then I do more movement. And then I take another wind glider. And it's like, we could have just cut. And the level ends with like the character falling from a bridge into a ravine into the next level. And it's like, we could have just done without this, man.
So what you're experiencing is everything I value in a speed game.
Okay. But if that was for like 4 hours, dude, you would also get a little checked out.
Bro, I ran Chibi Robo Park Patrol.
For 4 hours, though, bro?
5.5! Actually.
Yeah, this guy has no life, Cosmic. I think you forgot about that.
This was in college before the beats really took a turn.
Yeah. Well, so what I will say, too, right, is that, like, it's not engaging enough for the game to be a schmovement game for 4 hours, right? Like if it was, I will tell you this, you know? if this run was like even 2 hours, I'd be like, this is sick. You know, like if you were doing this for 2 hours between the combat and the movement, because this game does have some of the most engaging movement in terms of action game speed runs, like recently. Like let's take DMC5 for example, which is just obviously my gold standard currently for modern ones. A lot of the movement in that game, you are just holding forward to get through the level. In this game, there's like multiple ways to chain movement techniques together, and how you like traverse some rooms depends on like your positioning and all this other stuff, and it's really cool. And the way you even move around in fights is a little more involved, just because of like how certain resources are managed as well, and how you chain together like different techniques and all that. The way that you move and all that sort of stuff is cool. The game also has a pretty high learning curve in terms of like understanding boss mechanics, which is sick. But also there is a level that is literally like, even when I was blasting through it, it was like 20 minutes, bro. 20 to 25 minutes. And it would probably go down to like 20 consistently at some point.
That's like an
but I was just like,
speedrun.
I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like everybody in my chat was like, oh no, here comes the longest level in the game. And I had forgotten what that level was like. And I was like, this doesn't bode well. And so I'm like cruising through, right? And I'm like, oh, this probably won't be too long. 20 minutes later. And it's like, alrighty then. But there's still...
Dude, this game is so short, it's only 16 hours. I'm just saying, guys, this is the crime of people saying that sentence, is that they keep making these games longer and longer, and they pack them with more and more shit, and then you have a 16-hour-long speedrun because people want to spend 3 work days in a game instead of 2.
I will say that there are a couple of like silver linings. Is that number one, I do feel like I am understanding the game a lot more to bring some of this down with like pretty minimalist routing. I don't think that there's like, because there is some cool stuff that's going on. So like typically in some action game runs, you will get like ranks for currency and stuff like that. But in this game, the way that you get currency is you take the revive item and you keep it on your person like pretty much the entire game and just don't die, so that when you pick up additional revives in the environment, it converts them to currency because you already have the stock maxed out, and then you use that to buy a bunch of abilities. So the way the money route is created is unique because it's basically overflow of inventory from the items that, like an item that you have, which I don't know if there's really like a case of this in terms of currency routing in at least an action game run. So that's at least a pretty unique aspect of it too. But I really think it's going to take a little bit of time to bring it down, just in terms of like combat, because there's a lot of different variables and stuff, and there's a lot of resource management. But also, the other silver lining is that a glitch hunter from Claire Obscura Expedition 33, his name is One Cardinal. He's the one that found like a ton of crap for that game. Is working on Ninja Gaiden 4, and he's really like sciencing out a bunch of ways to like figure out the game logic and get out of bounds, and he's found some stuff so far. What it will actually amount to, we're not sure yet, because the thing with the game is that if you skip a mandatory fight that the game deems as necessary, it will not allow you to finish. So
the game sucks. Which
is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, yeah. Again, going back to like the DMC games, if you sequence break in those games, they're like, that's fine, as long as you... I mean, Bayonetta is the same way. Vanquish is also this way. Metal Gear Rising, a lot of games are that way. But for whatever reason, the old Ninja Gaidens even, if you sequence breaking them, they're like, yeah, whatever. But Ninja Gaiden 4, not the case. But there's even ways where like... something that I did even yesterday during the run was like I did a finisher, like akin to like, you know, the clips in the new Doom games where you do a glory kill and then you actually like clip through something. That exists to an extent in Ninja Gaiden 4. So you'll do like one of the glory kill or like obliteration technique things, and I just like clipped through a gate because like where the enemy ended up just pulled me in with it. So what this will actually amount to in the end of all this stuff, we're not really sure how much it's going to cut down on, but there's some silver linings. So I would say hopefully like we get under the 3 hour mark in the fresh file run. The new game plus run is already under 3 hours, and it's just going to continue to go down.
Yeah,
so
DPS.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing too, is that like the setup that they already figured out for that mode is just... you just body everything. There's some enemies, there's some bosses that you just like, they don't even get to play. Nice. And in new game, but like in new game, there's a lot of really cool stuff with the bosses already, where a lot of it is like doing a string and reacting, because there's the thing where like a boss will charge up an unblockable move and you'll use your resource to stun it and then do another combo. Or you'll like, you know, do a dodge when it does like different strings in order to continue your own thing. And there's ways to like do like actual frame traps to them and stuff like that, using different resources. So there's a lot of potential. I think it's cool. I just wish it were shorter.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a DLC campaign that comes out next year. And now my thought is basically I'm going to run this game so that I'm in shape for the DLC. Just in case that DLC is like an hour as a run.
DLC speed run, you know? Easy clap. Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC only.
DLC Cosmic.
DLC Cosmic, yeah,
people
it's true.
Saying
so there's the long haul going for this. Also, I just want to play the game more because I think it's really good. It's like Platinum's best combat system since like MGR, I guess. Because I was kind of a fan of Astral Chain. Magic, and I was kind of a fan of Metal Gear Rising.
Nope, Magic, Granite, Rubber Band.
That's fair. Revengeance.
Materials.
Magic, Granite, Rubber Band, Revengeance. Yeah. Bayo 3, I wasn't as huge of a fan of. I feel like it was fine. Astral Chain's also pretty decent. But my top 3 for them is Bayonetta 1, specifically. Vanquish and Metal Gear Rising. Not necessarily in that order. I kind of oscillate between those 3. Some days Vanquish is number 1. But this game is up there with those 3. Whether or not it makes it into the top 3, I don't really know. I think there's a lot of other things that are lacking, that's lacking in like the presentation department. Like the voice acting is not very good. The story is not very good. But overall, great game. Happy to see her. I'm hoping for a lot of cool stuff with where it goes as a speed game.
And that's going to be the end of the podcast, everyone. My name is Nestani, and does anyone have any shout-outs that we can do? I need to stop doing this. My voice is already fucked from today.
Yeah, me. I think this is going up on Halloween, right? Because Halloween's on Friday.
Yeah.
So A little.
We actually did our dress up. This is the Halloween
then.
episode, by the way, guys. We dressed up today for you. We're all in costumes.
Yeah, talked about streamer celebrities. Ooh, spooky.
That is
shocking your
spooky,
dog.
I dressed up as Kaya's dog. Wait, Hasan's dog, Kaya, whatever.
What, did you dress up as a pile of ash? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that is what I said.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't
What a
deserve to shout it out
fucked joke.
I'm sorry.
What a
Anyway.
fucked joke.
I didn't say
Really said to the black guy, did you dress up as a pile of ash?
Well, because the dog was electrocuted and turned into dust. Right?
I can't say this joke out loud, but I'm just gonna type it in voice chat. There you go.
I'm just giving you shit. Oh, no.
But I'm not allowed to say that one, so I can't.
No, you're definitely not allowed to say that
That's
one.
fair. That's fair.
So
That's
go
fair.
ahead,
That's fair.
Jaxler.
I see.
One.
Never mind. You're fine, Jax.
We're
Up
fine.
to you immediately. You're welcome.
It's true.
All right,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
better
yeah,
about
yeah.
shouting out myself now. So, on the day this is live, there will be a YouTube VOD later
This
of it, but
is
I'm going to be on
Halloween.
GDQ,
This is Halloween.
GD Queer
Sick.
at I want to say 5:30 p.m. Eastern-ish. It might be earlier. I don't remember. Doing Frog Monster. They're doing a run of that.
Frog
The short
Monster
80%
Reno.
run. And then also probably well, I guess the other thing is next week we have a.
We do. We have a
Oh
we have
yeah,
a guest
Games List is
episode.
dropping
Who that
next
guest-
week. We're gonna have someone on. Guess in the comments. If you get it wrong, I'm gonna ban you from commenting again. So don't get it
No,
wrong.
don't
So
do
true.
that, bro. We need people to put.
Nah,
We can't
I'm
afford to
ruthless.
lose commenters.
you should just be correct. You should just read our minds and just know who's coming on.
So true.
Ow.
Honestly.
I just broke
But
my
yeah.
leg.
Also, I've been streaming a game casually called Finny the Fish in the Seven Waters for the PS2. Might talk about it next time we have opportunity.
That
but
looks
if you
like a
want-
good game.
I mean, it's to my taste. But I like
yes.
my
Oh, no.
dog shit.
Yeah.
It's a me game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a me game.
Does the
Imagine
other
if
two,
Ocarina of Time. Imagine if Ocarina of Time had Link
Right.
become a fish. That's what the
Hell
game
yeah.
is.
Does the other two have any shout outs? Cole, your video's going up,
I'm
right?
gonna. It's not going up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be streaming more Ninja Gaiden 4. And if you want to see some routing and stuff, and then eventually like full runs, they'll take a while, so you can hang out and chat, and it'll be a fun time.
You could actually
I promise,
tune in at
'cause
the
I'm-
beginning of the speed run, go do your workout, come back, and then he'll still be running. So like you know, it's true. And you can give
Yeah.
him that +1 viewer
Yeah.
that whole time.
Did
Plus
your
some
stream have
ads.
TTS?
Nope.
Fuck no.
Wait, why would you?
Fuck
You know
no.
when your teacher said there's no dumb questions? That one right there, that's a dumb question. He just asked a dumb one.
Mods?
I just wanted to make sure.
Get rid of this guy. Mods, put him in the device.
Guys, I stream Smite
Mods, ring
Battleground of
is
the Gods if you want to watch that.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Mods,
Okay,
bring
goodbye,
his ass
everybody.
out. Bye.
Happy
Goodbye.
Halloween. Be safe. Don't
Happy
die.
Halloween. Yeah.
Shit.